Chapter 30. Insufficient operator. The holographic HADS character shouted wildly.
Oh, bloody hell, not this again.
Mr. Blue ducked a powerful swing. Sparks spewed, raining down from the multi-sided podium. A temporal bodyguard, having taken the form of some ancient, violent assistant named Ace, followed him around the control console. Mr. Blue backed away. As he typed on his watch frantically, he urged,
I'm here to help.
Another attack. This time, the force of the blow landed against the traveler's wrist-activated electrical shield, blasting forth more cobalt-hued sparks, yet causing no damage. The ETS HADS, Ace, paused. It studied the alien and his defensive technology, turning its attention to the temporal wrist device, staring somewhat vacantly. Mr. Blue relaxed, running a hand over his platinum crew cut.
Whew, now maybe we can talk and...
Ace finished whatever program it had been running. Again, it proceeded on its onslaught. Mr. Blue was forced away from the instrument lectern, beaten backward to the TARDIS entrance, sapphire flares spattering and flashing across the bridge at every heavy impact. Mr. Blue was completely stunned by the power of this hard light hologram's weapon. If the attacks continued, his energy aegis would be completely drained within a few more strikes. He needed to bail. Now. The stranger in the azure suit disembarked the TARDIS, soles hitting the ground outside with a firm slap. The accidental Time Lord jumped into Southern California, 1955, only to watch his quarry peel away. Mr. Blue immediately tore after John Wayne's vehicle. For a moment, he was nearly keeping pace until the station wagon turned a corner. The Time Lord typed on his watch, unhappy with the readings, which showed the car merging soon with traffic on Highway 405. He would be unable to catch up then.
Bollocks!
The alien shook his head, struggling internally to find a way to make this work. Then it occurred to him. After several minutes fiddling with his temporal wrist device, he snapped his fingers, slowly spinning on one heel to find himself staring again at the TARDIS. Mr. Blue stepped inside. Ace activated. The hologram started toward him in a dead run. Electrified baseball bat raised. Insufficient operator. Mr. Blue stepped outside. John Wayne peeled out just as before, but this time the indigo-clad High Lord, he had a plan. An overworked, underpaid staff assistant for the animators stood at his workspace, wondering how exactly he was going to be able to help splice the retraced serial animated cells from both Lady and the Tramp as well as Animal Farm, keep them in correct order, send them off to their original studios after sound/color cross-check, yet still have it all done by tomorrow, under budget. Insane, he uttered to himself. Absolutely insane. I don't see how I could get this done. Suddenly, the door to his cramped office blew open. It wasn't kicked down. It wasn't smashed. It exploded. The entry had been blown apart, sending splinters and shards shooting everywhere, making the assistant grateful he wore glasses. A man in a dark blue suit with short silver hair jogged forward, halting only when he noticed the unassuming clerk.
Sorry about that, but I had to catch up with the Duke. This is the only shortcut.
The odd British stranger aimed his wristwatch, then unleashed a powerful, bright teal beam. The other door exploded. Jesus!
I'd stay and fix these stores, but I have to get through the 70-year-old itch, guys and dolls, and Rebel Without a Cause sets if I want to intercept John Wayne.
The weirdo in the cobalt glanced around at the destruction he'd wrought for a half second, then grinned at the assistant.
Cheers!
And then ran off. Disappeared in the distance. No. The clerk sighed, staring down at the mess he would invariably have to clean up. That was absolutely insane.